Thank you, band. We're going to begin our ceremony in about 5 minutes. So if you're out and about, please take your seats. We'll begin in about 5 minutes. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. I proudly present the 50th graduating class of Mariner High School, the class of 2021. Please remain standing for the national anthem, performed by seniors Bobby Alexander, Cynthia Douglas, Ethan Huggins, Victoria Primer, Daniela Ramirez, Rayanne Rosinski, and Elizabeth Thompson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. That was beautiful, senior choir. We'll hear from more of them in a little bit. You may be seated. Class of 2021, you guys look outstanding. We have a beautiful day of celebration today. I'm so glad that we could do this in person. I can see all of you, and your families can celebrate with you. It's an honor to stand before you today as principal of Mariner High School. To all of you, the graduating class of 2021, your families, friends, teachers, and our distinguished guests. Welcome to the 50th commencement exercises of Mariner High School. First, I have the pleasure of introducing our distinguished adult guests on stage. When I call your name, please be acknowledged by raising your hand. We have Superintendent Dr. Allison Brynelson, Executive Director of Secondary Education Pat Hegarty, and our school board members, President Mike Simmons, Judy Schwab, John Gahagan, and Kyle Kennedy. Thank you for celebrating with us today. Today, we arrive at the destination of a 13-year educational journey. The road has not been easy, but these students before us today have had wonderful support along the way. Parents, families, thank you for partnering with Mariner High School to make the most of your students' education. There is no doubt that your love, concern, and support has been instrumental in getting these students to this milestone today. Let's give our parents and families a hand. We also want to recognize the wonderful teachers and staff members at Mariner High School who have dedicated many, many hours to helping these graduates be successful. Thank you. And last, I'd like to acknowledge Assistant Principal Rebecca Porter, who worked extra hard this year to organize graduation under very difficult circumstances. And also to Chris Angelos and the Mariner Band, thanks for preparing and performing in the ceremonies today. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mariner High School's senior class president, Kristen Doe.
Hi everyone, I am Kristen Doe, and it is an honor to speak to you today as your senior class president. I would first like every graduate to look around us and remember the people sitting up in the stands. Sitting up in the stands may be family, friends, or teachers. Let us acknowledge that with their support, we were able to achieve all that it took for us to be able to be here today. It has been a privilege to be able to receive such great education from our teachers here at Mariner. So I'd like to thank all family and faculty for standing behind our graduates today to share this momentous accomplishment. As we all know, Mariner has such a diverse student population. Just by walking through the halls of Mariner, we were able to see the representation of not just one, but a variety of cultures. And being a part of our leadership program throughout my 4 years of high school has really taught me the importance of inclusion. Inclusion does not only mean just including our students, but it means embodying each and one of you as you. Embodying your culture, sexual orientation, and race. And it made me realize how fortunate we are to be able to share such a space to learn to accept and embrace each other, as well as coming together as a family. This foundation of diversity will come to our advantage as we tackle the real world. We have heard it all year and numerous times about how crazy this year has been due to COVID. However, I want to remind you all again that you should feel prideful, as it is a privilege that we can even be here today. The amount of endurance and motivational drive it took each and one of you to finish this year strong, or at least just enough for you to be able to walk the stage, is remarkable. No one has ever, till this year, experienced what we experienced as a senior class. Having to deal with the constant struggle with finding the motivation to get out your bed and finish that assignment, to having all our hopes and wishes for our last year, after our 12 years of hard work, being stripped away from us. So even standing here and talking to you in person feels crazy, though it also feels like an accomplishment. Like everyone else, I've been so eager for this moment to come, but now finally being here, it's become bittersweet. And I can't help myself but to looking back at our beginnings. From the beginning of our education journey as small kindergarteners, where we couldn't even walk ourselves to the bus stop or to school, to the beginning of high school as clueless freshmen, then soon being able to drive ourselves everywhere. Yet now here we are, looking at the end of an era. Being here in the stadium today may mean more than just celebrating our accomplishments. For some, it means being the first in their family to graduate, while for others, it may symbolize growing up. Though we can all agree that it also means the beginning to our future. Wherever our future may be, either continuing our education at a university or college, or going straight into the workforce. Whatever it may be, we are all traveling our own paths. And with that will also come with challenges. However, I want you all to remember that these challenges we may face can always be overcome. If we were able to overcome the challenges we face through high school, then we are definitely able to overcome any ahead of us, big or small. As much as your family, friends, and teachers, I too believe in your individual success, and we all have the power to achieve it. So my challenge for each and one of you, including myself, is to do all you can do to reach your full potential. Congratulations to the class of 2021 that endured so much but still prospered through. We made it.
Thank you for those words, Kristen. And now it's my pleasure to introduce to you the class of 2021 Valedictorian, Mashib Khan.
Time ran out so quickly this year, and last March, I didn't realize this. I churned through time like it was an unlimited resource. Then senior year came. Aware of the days passing by, I stood upon a timeline like a tightrope and maneuvered myself back into the comfort of my memories of all the time at Mariner, remembering cheerful school events, fulfilling classes, the hilarious encounters after school, and clubs where supervisors cheered everyone on. I reminisced about normal, probably too much. Yet somehow, we're at graduation today, ready to embark on the next chapter of our lives. As many of us spent this past year looking back to what normalcy looked like, it now feels like life is pulling us forward into newness almost too fast. This year has been tough in many ways, and the reality is, during high school and beyond, people in our communities have faced and will continue to face very different challenges, not just because of this pandemic, but also because of the discrimination and racism perpetuated in our society's laws. In all these difficulties, it is even more important to be fully present in these movements toward a future of liberation. But this vision begins when we start appreciating the moment we're in, not tilting too forward in our life's timeline, nor too back. Being thankful for the people close to us and making time to value ourselves as well. My commitment to this begins today and is to all of you. Class of 2021, your presence at graduation is an astounding accomplishment in what has been a painful year. You have continued working hard in school while standing up for your community and others as well. You will continue to inspire and lead no matter what path you tread upon after high school. I am truly grateful and honored to have spent 3 years with you all in person and the last in Zoom. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Thank you, Mashib. Those are great words. And now we have a musical performance from Kiana Branham. The song is titled Pure Imagination.
Hold your breath, make a wish, and count to 3. Come with me, can you see in a world?
Thank you, Kiana. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the student speaker for the class of 2021, Jackson Cole.
Well, here we are. For some of us, this may be the end of the long road of education. For others, there may be many years of schooling to follow. But for everyone in attendance today, we're gathered here in celebration as we mark the closure of a significant chapter in our lives. For the adults, today marks the end of a long journey through parenthood. For my fellow students, the end of our childhood. We've been asked so many times throughout our lives, what do you want to be when you grow up? Somehow, most of us have always seemed to find an answer, regardless of whether it was really the answer or not. The correct response to this prompt might simply be replying with the same question, what do you want to be when you grow up? We responded with answers shooting for the stars, an astronaut, an athlete, an actor, a writer, a mathematician, teacher, veterinarian, marine biologist, doctor, singer, dancer, philosopher. Our answers have changed over the course of our lives, just as all priorities and responsibilities do. We've learned many lessons throughout our childhood, and we know there will be many more to come. We've always looked forward. We've always waited in anticipation for what is to come. We've always sought to run when we were still learning to walk, always yearned to fly before we had learned to run. We've come so far, yet the road still looms long ahead. There's a quote from one of my favorite movies, which I'll embarrassingly share with you today. The quote is by Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda. It reads, "Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present." We must always seek to fly, but in the process, let us not forget to take in the scenery on our walks. Let us take the time as we run to, as a wise man once said, stop and smell the roses. Life is a story of peaks and valleys. We live, we learn, we love, and we fall. Throughout all the highs and the lows, through the good and the bad, we grow. We feel our calling, and we discover answers to those ever so elusive questions that we've previously asked. Some of you may not know where you'll be living next year. Some of you will be expected to know what occupation you want to pursue. Some may think that they have everything planned out, and then later on decide you want to take a different path. It's okay to feel discomfort and to take risks. It's okay to be conservative. It's okay to just be you. If your plan seems to change with each passing week, then hey, guess what? You're in the same boat as everybody else. We are growing and we are changing, and it is okay to make mistakes and take the time necessary to master our craft and choose our future. Because our school, our job, our path, it doesn't define us. So when someone asks this question, as if our occupation is the most important part of our future, I challenge you to give an answer that truly defines you. So, what do you want to be when you grow up? Well, class of 2021, we just want to be great. Thank you.
Excellent job by all of our student speakers and student performers. Really appreciate the words from the heart. At this time, I would like to invite Mukilteo School District Superintendent Dr. Allison Brunelson and School Board President Mike Simmons to the podium for the acceptance of the graduating class of 2021.
Good morning to our Mariner graduating seniors, their families, and friends. I, like Mr. Duchesne, am very happy and thankful that we are here today in person celebrating you, the class of 2021. At last year's graduations, my theme was firsts. Last year, I was a first-year superintendent. The class of 2020 was the first to graduate high school during a pandemic in over 100 years. And last year, we did 100% of our graduations virtually, which was also a first. Now we have another school year behind us. If we look back, we might see hardships and many unknowns, as well as sacrifices. But we also might see strengths and things that we have learned in this unique year. These positive experiences and new learnings might be different for everybody, but they do exist. This year, my graduation theme is learnings, specifically what you, students, have told us that you have learned during this pandemic. I was very impressed by your insights and thoughtfulness, so I have chosen 10 to share with you today. So again, these learnings came from you, students. Number one, if you need something, advocate for yourself. Don't assume someone will do that for you. Tell others what you need. Number two, it is important to appreciate everything and everyone in life. Do not take anything for granted. Number three, mental health is just as important as physical health, so take care of both. Number four, take time to connect with nature, appreciate it, relax, and learn how to just be. Number five, Technology can actually be used for good. Number 6, taking small breaks can help you in more ways than you think. It is important to maintain a focus and strive to get work done, but don't forget it is just as important to take care of yourself. Number 7, living room dance parties are totally underrated. Number 8, human connection is essential to thrive. Social interaction and staying in touch with friends are important. Number 9, individuals can make small sacrifices that have a big impact on those around them. The selflessness that we have all had to develop during this pandemic is important now and is something we'll carry with us long after it is over. And finally, number 10, family. The experience of last year brought many families closer together. Your family is part of who you are and are likely the ones who supported you and helped you get where you are today. Don't forget, family is everything. Thank you, graduating seniors. Your insights, learning, perseverance, and maturity are beyond impressive. I appreciate you, I'm proud of you, and I wish you all the best in the next chapter of your life. Congratulations. I would now like to introduce our wonderful school board president, Mr. Simmons. Board President Simmons, members of the board, on behalf of our district staff and community, it is my privilege to present to you the Mariner graduating class of 2021. I hereby declare that they have satisfactorily completed all of the requirements for a high school diploma per the state of Washington and the Mukilteo School District. I present them to you for certification.
Thank you, Dr. Bertelson, for that introduction. On behalf of the Mukilteo School Board, thank you for getting us here during this very difficult time. It is under your leadership that has made this all possible, especially being here in person. To the parents, thank you for your encouragement and support and for trusting us with your children. You are all champions. Please take a bow. To the faculty and staff, our sincerest thanks and appreciation for your ongoing investment in your students. The return on investment will yield dividends far into the future. We must also thank Principal Duchesne. Under your leadership, Mariner High School continues to thrive and prepare our students to be leaders and contributing citizens of tomorrow. Thank you for that invaluable contribution to their futures. So, Mariner High School class of 2021, the board offers you one small piece of advice focused on perseverance. For more than a year now, you have all faced everything put in front of you: a pandemic, virtual learning, isolation during most of your senior year, and above all, wondering if graduation will actually happen. Well, here we are, in person, having survived what matters to gust, windstorm, tornado, or hurricane. Perhaps Henry Ford captured it best. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. You are all ready for flight, and we are willing passengers as you take control of the airplane called life. Congratulations. And now for the moment we've all been waiting for. As president of the Board of Directors of the Mukilteo School District, it is my pleasure to authorize the diploma of graduation to the Mariner High School class of 2021. Under the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Washington, the regulations of the State Board of Education, and the policies of the Mukilteo School District, I certify that Mariner High School class of 2021 has completed the requirements for graduation. Congratulations, graduates.
We're getting really close to handing out diplomas. I just want to say a few words to the class of 2021. It's an honor today to stand before you for one last time as your principal. And I'm sure you've all seen and heard the phrase, "We are Mariner." Well, Who are we? For one, Mariner is a diverse community filled with beautiful people. The flags on the stage represent the 44 countries from which our graduates originated. A few years ago, our students and staff were asked to define Mariner in one word. I'm sure you guys were a part of this. 4 words rose to the top of the list, and today they're hanging in the banners in our main hallway. These words represent who we are at Mariner. When I think of the class of 2021, one of the words that stands out the most is resilient. Resilient is defined as a person who is able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions. Never has a graduating class had to endure what you've been through the last 16 months. I don't need to remind you all the details, but we know it's been extremely difficult. You are seated here today because you are resilient. You're able to withstand and recover from these conditions. Some of you may have barely gotten by with passing grades, and even a few credits may have been waived due to your hardships. Some of you continued to fight through the conditions to maintain excellent grades that got you into some of the most prestigious schools in the country, such as Columbia University, Emory University, Washington University of St. Louis, Baylor University, or Bard College. But what binds all of you together is that you completed the requirements for high school diploma, and you're a part of Mariner's 50th graduating class, the class of 2021. In just a moment, you'll be receiving your diplomas. Our mission statement at Mariner High School is to ensure that all students graduate prepared for post-secondary pathways, careers, and civic engagement. I'm confident that we've accomplished our mission this year with this class. Let me just take a moment to acknowledge a few groups of seniors. Those who are in the top 10% academically in their class, today they are wearing gold cords to signify their achievement. Would these students please stand? Thank you. You may be seated. We're also recognizing students who have earned a seal of biliteracy with their diplomas. They're wearing orange cords to signify this achievement. Overall, we have 29 graduates who earned this distinction. Would these students please stand? Thank you. You may be seated. It is now time for awarding the diplomas, I promise. Reading the names of our graduates today are 2 Mariner teachers, and they also happen to be parents of students of the class of 2021, Mr. Nick Angelos and Mr. John Baker.
Marauders, let's light this candle. Kristen Doe.
Sarah Joanna Angelos.
Jordanos Taimi.
Emily Dang.
Gracia Salandejo.
Jeneba Jawara.
Joy Matthew.
Donate Abraham.
Ianu Shofawara.
Bobby Alexander.
Jackson Cole.
Cynthia Douglas.
Mashib Khan.
Dara Garcia Ramos.
Kiana Branham.
Zara Abed.
Ashley Bonsu. Pardon me. Okay.
Mohammed Abukrait.
Alexander Diano.
Michaela Al-Qaidi.
Emerald Fairbanks. I know you.
Fatima Al-Harab.
Ethan Huggins.
Malaika Ali.
Gerardo Arbuto Perez.
Freeland Aliaj.
Batul Abus Anena.
Angelina Allen.
Lane Aguiar.
Edwin Anea Marquez.
Mohammed Al Aboudi.
Michaela Aney.
Thurgam Al Bahathli.
Helen Angel.
Yasser Al Salami.
Kelvin Charles Angel.
Leah Alvarado.
Zitlali Areza Campos.
Jimena Alvarez Hurtado.
Renee Carl Babasa.
Aya Al Zayadi.
Aaron Babylon.
Leslie Amaral.
Basiro Barjo.
Rosa Arivalo Salazar.
Paola Barrientos.
Monique Arzate.
Diego Medea Mago.
Laakia Asuega Stark.
Randy Belmont.
Liz Atieno.
Hillary Burko.
Henry Avra. Gerard, I'm sorry, whoops. Hang on, Gerard, hang on.
Aseda Baruch.
Gerard Barrientos Santiago.
Sabrina Bess.
Emmanuel Barriga Gonzalez.
Richie Bravo.
Mohammed Barrow.
Leandria Brew.
Katharina Batura.
Kaylina Brown.
Paola Bautista Martinez.
Rashana Bryant.
Joshua Ryan Bihasa.
Summer Buenaventura.
Nathaniel Blakesley.
Kevin Cabrera.
Ellie Blaschka.
Caitlin Cam.
Spencer Bliss.
Bambi Kamara.
Dennis Bondarenko. I got it right here.
Hattie Kamara.
Sahara Burks.
Taib Kamara.
Marshawn Burton.
Ezekiel Centeno.
DeAndre Bush.
Andrea Cervantes.
Leanna Butak.
Amardeep Chahal.
Alexia Cabana.
Dariana Chavez.
Axel Camilo Martinez.
Eric Cordova.
Angel Campos.
Yenny Corneo Reyes.
Yesenia Carranza Duran.
Samuel Coronel.
Alex Carrillo Ramirez.
Melanie Cortez Perolero.
Giselle Castaneda.
Louis DeBeer.
Luis Chavez.
Anthony DeCossin.
Jennifer Chavez Campos.
Abanub Dakduk.
Jesus Siriaco Trujillo.
Adriana Damian Lopez.
Aaron Cook.
Hui Dang.
Kevin Crespo Ortiz.
Claudemar de la Cruz.
Victor Cruz.
Miriam Jine.
Juan Carlos Cruz Avalar.
Mamadou Bahoy Diallo.
Jose Cruz Hernandez. Hey, Brian.
Where is it? What's your name? You're gonna have to tell me.
Brian Cuenca Mendoza.
Okay, hold on. Where did they put you?
Mohammed Darbo.
Have them write it down. Con Doan.
Caitlin Darby Smith. Whoops. Hey, dude.
Mark Eason. Say it again. That's Mac Eason.
Caitlin Darby Smith.
Jordan Easter.
Cyrus Davis.
Is that Mendez? Okay. Adon Mendez Lopez.
Makai Davis.
Michelle Abigail Edward.
Garrett Dove.
Uchi Eka.
Fatu Drame.
Michelle Elizaras.
Marlon Duarte Salazar.
Emerson Espinoza Ramirez.
Jocelyn Duenas.
Rafe Espiritu.
Claudio Emmanuel.
Isabella Estes.
Sean Ench.
Jaden Estrada.
Leoring Eport.
Luisa Favorita.
Serafima Ermokin.
Jocelyn Flores.
Yesenia Escobar Munoz.
Damian Flores Murillo.
David Farias Garcia.
Gotcha.
Fatu Fofana.
Abiha Farouk.
Taji Fali.
Aliyah Fedorov.
Natalie Garcia.
Diana Fenn.
Paola Garcia Soria.
Nebi Fetwi.
Ray David Garcia Zillan.
Delshawn Fontaine.
Dana Garza.
Adolfo Gaetan Lopez.
Yennefer Gaspar Garcia.
Samantha Galindo.
Estela Gomez.
Alejandro Garcia.
Jennifer Gomez.
Tala Gai.
Wendy Gonzalez.
Gabriel Galikame.
Jordan Gracie.
Jalen Giles.
Mackenzie Graham.
Yanette Giles.
Christian Guzman.
Colin Green.
Paulina Guzman Benavides.
Tristan Graywolf.
Hugo Guzman Calderon.
Emmanuel Guerrero.
Evelyn Guzman Neri.
Marianne Gutierrez.
Jamil Hafner.
Liliana Gutierrez Beltran.
Z. Haywood.
Savannah Hagan.
Boston
Who is it?
Hedges.
McKenna Hall.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
Samson Henderson.
Jared Hallgren.
Haciel Hernandez.
Tamia Hernandez Blacker.
Vanessa Hernandez Serafin.
Natalie Hernandez Gonzalez.
Kiyu Ho.
Javier Hernandez Osorio.
Jameer Howard.
Taylor Hirschberger.
Benyamin Alihu Howe.
Brian Hinojosa.
Javier Huerta.
Brian Hune.
Emma Hunter.
Demi Hune.
Davida James.
Nina Hune.
Amina Jameh.
Vivian Hune.
Abrima Jawara.
Hamdullah Jahid.
Lisette Jimenez.
Mary Jimenez.
At
Is she here? Oh, okay. Should I announce her? Wait.
okay, Ashley Jimenez.
Omar Job. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Frodis Johnston.
Omar Job.
Sophia Juarez.
Bailey Jodice.
Alejandro Juarez Hernandez.
Juno Johnson.
Mariana Juarez Peña.
Gustavo Gavan Vasquez.
Saya Julian.
Betalehem Kasahun.
Caden Kelly.
Zena Kasperchik.
Thokna Sabrina Keo.
Chanarith Keat.
Hold on. Just hold on. Just let her.
Say it again. Chanarith. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Can't see.
Azaria Keys.
Chanarith Keat.
Shaquille Khan.
Heather Kim.
J-Art Killian.
Maya Kirby.
Emily Kolomitz.
Zainabu Koita.
Ariana Cruson.
BJ Colley.
I see that.
David Crott.
Vladim Kukhatsky.
Fong Ki.
Fatima Kunjo.
Vladimir Kasperchuk. Emmanuel Niega.
I'm not looking at this, I'm looking at this.
Congratulations. Let's give them a hand. Now we are honored to have our last musical performance by the Mariner Senior Choir members. The song is titled, Remember Me. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to invite Mariner's Senior Class Advisor, Dr. Sonia Patrick, to the podium to provide a few encouraging words to our graduates.
For your closing remarks, I wrote a poem for you, and it is entitled, Create Your Life. Class of 2021, today is your special and precious day. As you prepare to enter the real world, here are some thoughts as you graduate. As we gather here in this moment, in this place, let's imagine your future as your studio, your creative space. You enter the realm of creation and possibilities. Go forth with thought, awareness, and sensibility. As you put on your apron to ward off future mess, know that life may challenge you and put you to the test. But you are the artist with raw materials laid out before you. So with your imagination and grit, you are capable and able to do. You have opportunities to pick and choose, so what creations will call to you? There are endless possibilities, some still unknown to you. As you move forward through life, allow endurance and goals to be your muse. The blank canvas before you holds your future and inspirations. As you gather your palette of paints, look towards a direction, not at your limitations. In your hand, you hold the warming block of clay to form your dreams and wishes each and every day. Right now, in this moment in time, it helps you mold, carve, and plan out your future design. With pen and paper, you sketch away, knowing that each moment is precious and not to waste. Erase what does not make your art true. Acknowledge that corrections are also of value. Engrave your name in purpose and stands. Acknowledge that risk-taking should include a well-thought-out plan. As you carve your name in stone, be an advocate, be active, helping yourself and others while continuing to be strong. Weave your deeds in tapestry and song, leaving a legacy to carry on. As an architect, build your foundation strong and true so that no one can tear the earth from beneath you. All your resources are not embedded blindly in graphic design. You too are a work of art. Having all that you need, go seek and find. You see, trials and restarts may be experimentation that you need to be able to learn who you truly are and to learn how to succeed. So when presented with obstacles, don't shut your studio down. Find new materials, new ground, get up and rebound. Through effort and poise, you will learn and find your voice. Be of guidance and help others, so when needed, make a good choice. Even when one masterpiece is complete, and it may be of perfection, never stop creating. Search for new directions. Now you start as student. Eventually, you will become the art teacher. It is your responsibility to support and care, so keep reaching. And when your last masterpiece is done, your art displayed and seen, remember that continued work, instruction, and advocacy is key. Because the only time to stop creating art is when you hand your apron to your apprentice and they continue your creative spark. Go forth and teach what you know. Give back to your community so that it will grow. Never let your creativity cease, for this is where you're supposed to be. So let your imagination stretch far and wide, and as you leave Mariner, go and create your life. Thank you. At this time, I would like to invite the class president, Kristen Doe, back to the podium.
Mariner Class of 2021, will you please stand? Symbolizing our step into the future as Mariner High School alumni, please join me in turning your tassel.